Very
Yoshi,
blue.
I love blue Yoshi. I think it's one of the better skins.
I think since they removed the black alt, I think this is the best
I
Yoshi
think as
alt.
long as you're not using carpet Yoshi, you're good.
Yeah, yeah. That's a very
It's the best you can do
respectable
is,
take.
if you're playing carpet Yoshi, unfortunately, I think less of you as a human being. So.
I want to point out, really, we haven't really seen much happen yet, but Burst immediately took center stage.
Yep.
You notice that? Toad kind of stayed put. Burst stood in the center of that Pokeball, right on the button, because he knows how important it is to hold center as a top player.
Yeah, I think Toad also like offering a little bit of respect and also maybe fearing a jump in, hiding under the platform is also really good and for the most part, especially against a character who like might want to try to mix you with jumps. So a character whose aerial game is as good as Yoshi's, especially like full hop fair into Nair is like really good pressure because it's just it's safe enough to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice grab here from Burst, setting up the edge guard / ledge trap scenario here. Excellent call out on the roll.
Yeah. And we're seeing more illusions to the corner, just like we did last set. But however, Yoshi definitely has the airspeed to catch that
and
if he's not being bad.
Yeah,
and the ground speed.
This character's fast as hell.
He's a speed character in Mario Baseball for a reason.
Jab one down
That
smash?
was Smash 4.
That looked true. I don't know what
That
the
was
hell
true
that
in Smash
was.
4. I don't think it's true in this game, but it's really funny that he did that.
That was so goofy. Oh, the down tilt, no jump.
Stage spiking, actually knocking him into the ledge, because the ledge does curve out a little bit. So if you hit someone upwards from right next to it, you can bounce them into the stage and bounce them in the opposite direction.
I don't think Toad realized that Burst didn't have his double jump, so you actually let him recover basically for free with that air dodge.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep. Oh, aerial illusion is very, very good as just a tool, as a burst option for Falco.
Yeah, it can combo.
Considering his burst options are like very few and far between.
Yeah, and Toad kind of used to have a bad habit of doing that often, so we might see him do that a fair bit in this set if he does revert to his old ways. However, like, if he had connected that illusion there, it would have been a stock, because it would have comboed to bear and been everything. But that is going to be his second stock taking from up to up air. Yeah. Another thing I want to watch out for is if Toad lands into shield with Nair, he can always, like, Burst has Nair to shield as a really potent option to defend against it. So it's going to be difficult for him to find his openings, because that's one of the ways he usually starts combos, is by drag down Nair.
Yeah, not only that, but, like, Nair is so good with Yoshi's drift, because he's just able to reposition while drifting away after using the Nair. So, like, being able to reposition so efficiently against a character like Falco, who kind of gets stuck in, like, these really uncomfortable spots, not able to take enough space fast enough, because he's very like vertically oriented in terms of his burst range. He doesn't have a lot of horizontal movement. So.
Yeah, but we just saw there jumping out of the up tilt. That is going to be one way the Burst avoids getting comboed. However, Toad, ready for that, didn't commit to the back air after the up tilt, watched where he went, and then punished him even harder than he could have gotten off the regular combo.
Exactly. And that's the mark of a character specialist right there. You know, you just know your combo routes, and you know your combo routes.
That's going to be a stock?
Yoshi. Yeah, he's brought it back. Back air.
But once again, that illusion that I said was a little bit of a habit. It is coming back to bite him.
Oh, up throw up air. Burst is taking the damage, understanding he doesn't need to rush anything. Maybe still hurting from that last punish.
Okay, trying to get a really hard punch on the egg lay. I have been liking his egg lays. They've been really creative on how he's positioning them. Not every Yoshi can say that they do it the way that Burst does.
I like the way that Toad repositions too after pressure. His slingshots are really, really efficient.
Yeah, which not a lot of people have been abusing that lately, honestly.
Using these lasers, trying to goat Burst in for a potential read here. Looking for that up tilt would have been very critical. Oh,
yeah. I'm amazed at how dead even this is, considering the supposed skill gap.
Yeah.
However,
very
like Toad has been he's really been on the rise lately.
Certainly.
And I could see him taking some upsets at this tournament.
Absolutely, and Yoshi's just also one of those characters that like you need to take your time against. So like
absolutely
taking your time. Maybe against, or less so against other characters, kind of lets you make more mistakes. But when you kind of respect your opponent and like you're forced to because it is Yoshi, you tighten up your game a little bit. Of course, like Toad going toe to toe there, last hit, last stock against Burst.
Yeah,
you know, we're in for a pretty good set, I think.
Yeah, I think this is our first, I would say non-volatile matchup.
Yeah, I can say it's like an even matchup, but it's gonna go like. It's going to be a lot less fast-paced and a lot less explosive.
Yeah, I think because, with that said, Yoshi is our first like more defense-oriented character. He's going to do a lot of narrative shield. He's going to do a lot of spacing instead of actually going in. He's more looking to punish what you're doing than blow you up like the other characters we've seen so far. Whereas Falco, same story. He's what we saw in the last few sets. He's going to combo you to 80. He's going to try to up tilt back air you and close to the stock as fast as possible. So it's our first clash of non-aggressive. Like, we've always seen aggro versus aggro, we're finally seeing defense versus aggro.
Yeah, not only that, but the way that Falco's going to find his openings is a lot less fast-paced than a character like Fox. Fox is going to be jumping in on you over and over again. Falco really wants to try to like put you in uncomfortable positions, in uncomfortable ranges with like lasers, spacing out forward airs and stuff like that, and then trying to get behind you with up tilts. As
Nice
Burst
down tilt.
takes that stock with a little bit of, I think, a sus air dodge.
I think it might have been a side
B that put him into the blast zone, something like that.
Yeah,
he should have
but-
died there. Okay, nice up smash, catching the jump over. In fact, I think that might have actually disabled the armor with the burst hit and actually killed him with the second.
I think that could have been the case, and that's a really good tool to have in this matchup. However, 39% from, I think, just...
Oh, another 30.
Yeah.
Up tilt after the drag down, but the double jump once again coming from burst.
I think that was like egg lay and 2 dares, and it's 60%.
And that's dangerous. Like, Falco's not the heaviest character in the world. Once again, the space animals are glass cannons, to say the least.
Ooh, yeah.
More of
Toad
those in your curtains.
teching into the corner is probably never a good option against Yoshi. Yoshi has a way better time covering when you go away from him rather than towards him. Ooh, but the star actually going to cover him as he down B's through the platform. I like that they put that mix up in this game where you can down B through the platform as opposed to just onto it. Because Yoshi's been getting really creative with their disadvantage.
And good up tilt back air from Toad, and he's
His
in the
first lead,
yeah, big lead, but short-lived.
quickly evens it back up. That is Burst's experience.
That's falling there, gets the grab. I like that. Not wasting any resources here. The double jump was burned. I think this is
It's a big opportunity for Toad.
For Toad, he gets the anti-air for days.
Still hasn't landed.
Burst is trying to like force land on him, and now he's forced to air dodge up.
Okay, yeah, that was a really good recovery from First, though. He finally figured out how he had to get back to the stage, his only route, and he took it and didn't get hit.
Yeah, I think Toad also taking his time there, I respect it, because you don't want to like get randomly reversal, especially as Falco.
Probably a missed attempt at a parry we just saw there from Toad, getting caught by the last set of dare.
That patience was so good out of the corner there from Toad, the way he walked back. Just the little repositioning, the little optimizations that are going so well for him in that game too, taking it confidently.
Yeah, and, you know, last game was last hit, but that one was pretty low percent, honestly. 21% on his last stock.
Well, that last stock, like, it was even that last stock right there, both at 0%, and I just think the way that, I'm going to say Shalene Dinko, but it's Toad. The way that Toad played the last stock of that set was actually just like, it was game.
Yeah, it was textbook. It was perfect.
He played really well in advantage.
He saw the jump get burned, and then he didn't let him land until he took 80%.
Yeah, it was that one opening that really opened the door to that game win.
Absolutely.
Going back to PS2.
Yeah, definitely wasn't the stage's fault. I like that, once again. Players both recognizing that it's really about how they interact with each other, not the environment they're in.
Yeah, and I think something kind of clicked here with Toad with the way that he's kind of repositioning and playing now. So we're going to have to see a lot of adaptation here from Burst.
Yeah, he definitely slowed it down, and he didn't do as many illusions. So that was what was getting him caught last time.
Yeah, not just slowing it down, but like just the way that he's picking and choosing his positioning. Because he's staying right outside of the burst range, the retaliation range of Yoshi, which is very hard to do with a character like Falco. Look at this drag down. Yep. Forcing out the air dodge. And Burst like kind of is forced to approach here, and he's going to harass him with lasers. That's something that's really good about lasers on Falco is like Yoshi's going to be either approaching in the air or on the ground, and like the ground speed is threatening, yes, but if it's getting stuffed out by lasers, you're going to be able to get so much mileage off of these jump-ins, right?
Yeah, and normally Yoshi tries to cover himself with an egg on the way in, but Toad's been like, nope, I'm going to reflect you. So he's very much making an honest buttons versus buttons matchup, and unfortunately, Falco's buttons are pretty good.
Well, that was a really good jump caller from Burst, putting him back in the driver's seat here. Oh, and the egg actually finding its mark.
Yep. Oh, the reverse nair. This edge guard is going to be huge, but nice up air coming out from Toad, covering his own recovery, abusing Falco's extremely high double jump.
I think he's trying to cross up with the side B, like just going right over the shield, and it's just not working out for him, unfortunately. And now Burst getting a lot of this mileage back. Trying to get back in. I think the first stock here, going to Burst, taking it all the way back.
That is big, considering how defensive Burst usually likes to play.
Yeah, and once again, that illusion, you were talking about it, and puts him right back into the blender, onto the ledge. And that F-tilt, of course, like, it's going to be money time for that F-tilt soon.
Yeah, the forward smash, very hard call out. I think Burst is feeling himself a little bit.
Oh,
and the armor through the spike hitbox of the side B as well.
Oh my goodness.
This is almost an entire stock unanswered for Burst.
Yeah, and suddenly, we were talking about the adaptations, and they are being made. And not just that, I think that our good friend Toad is just kind of getting a little bit impatient after losing that first stock. He's just trying to stop the bleeding as fast as he can, and Burst just recognizing that.
Oh, trading to get the kill.
All the way to the bank.
I mean, that's definitely worth it for Toad. Falco's a character that usually kills off of a combo, like a 2-hit confirm, and Burst was out of percent for all of those. So getting that down tilt to actually take off the stock and give him opportunities to play his game again is exactly what he needed.
Yeah, because the advantage, like getting to that kill percent isn't the issue. We're seeing a lot of advantage work coming from our good friend Toad, but it's the killing part that he's struggling with because Burst just playing super, super well around all these kill options.
Yeah, he's just really understands how to space his character and just the overall movement of someone who's floating as Yoshi.
That's the grab on the first hit of the up tilt. Oh,
Yep.
the egg narrowly missing, and now Toad able to find opportunity. Going through the platform, the dare.
Ooh, but the dare fully ready for the down
up
B.
smash, air dodge, in read. Are you serious, Toad?
Very clean coming out from Toad Rex.
Yeah, that was an excellent conversion, excellent awareness, but Burst not going to let that phase him.
Getting his jump, though. Realizing that Falco can't really start stuff from the ground unless it's an up tilt, so he does have that fair to call out jumps.
Okay.
This is dangerous for... Okay, no, Burst makes it over him safely.
Toad just playing a little too close to the ledge, I think, like when he's in that advantage situation. Like he doesn't want to play that close because Yoshi has the air drift to just get right over him and back to the center. And that's now we're seeing Toad pay the price. Oh,
Yes.
fine standard control.
Conversely, if you go off stage as Yoshi, Falco can't continue comboing you because he needs the ground to land on to get his
Exactly.
extensions.
Yeah, excellently put. Look at the way that Toad is just standing still. I think he's finding a little bit of the discipline from game 2, but
Burst whiffing a kill confirm, though. This is going to give Toad a second wind.
might be a little bit too late to get that discipline back.
Okay, going to
Up
air dodge
tilt?
the platform, but this is big.
Huge. I think
He's
a
got an
double
edge
jump
guard coming
is
up.
burned,
Fair
double jump is
would
burned.
close out the stock here.
Okay. Oh,
Okay.
I thought that was an up smash for a second.
If it was, that might have been the game.
Yep.
Toad almost bringing this all the way back, a full stock
tilt.
deficit.
Thought we were gonna see a down tilt after the drag down. Would have been
That would
great
have been really nice.
situation, but
Is
the
that up air?
jump-
Actually, no. Up air being one of those moves that has a fake kill screen.
Oh, the forward
that
air, though,
fair
might do
will
it.
kill, though.
Yep, absolutely excellent comeback from Toad.
Yes,
Actually,
he was
like,
down an entire stock against one of the best players in Ontario,
I wanna
and
say-
he still clutched it out.
Stock number 2, it looked like it was Burst's game.
Oh, yeah.
It looked like it was
Absolutely.
over for Toad. He was just gonna have to GG go next. But he actually buckled down and started playing that patient game. He really like honed in, went to the woods, and came back out a different man.
Yeah.
If you've seen his Twitter, you know what I'm talking about. And he's standing up right now. He's shaking off a little bit of the nerves, taking off a little bit of the extra weight, aka a sweater.
I've always enjoyed that Toad's a very expressive player, but like in real life.
Yeah.
Like he'll do like very solid, tight confirms in game, but then after the game he gets up and does a little dance.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
he's
like-
just been so silly, and it's really enjoyable to see someone that appeals to the crowd.
I just really like the way he's been playing, the way he's been positioned. Like he understands right now. He is one game away from taking the set.
Yeah, and that's
He
a
is
big
up
upset
2-1.
for him. This is big progress in his career, honestly.
Yeah, and you can tell with the way that he's playing, he's locked in, dialed in once again, and Burst is just gonna have to try to shatter that mental.
Yeah, clutching that out really does a lot to gain your confidence.
Oh, double jump through, but gets a little bit extra damage. Like every little percent counts in this kind of situation where like he's getting these reflector hits, and Burst is like being a little bit haphazard with these double jumps, I think.
Yeah,
Either that or Toad's just like he's got a lock on them. Gets the up tilt after the drag down the back air. Not
Not
quite
quite gonna
gonna find
kill.
it though.
yeah, Yoshi heavier than he looks.
Yeah.
But not. Oh,
Oh, a little ambitious on the up smash there, I think. Down tilt, that's such a mean angle.
yeah, it's just so rude, and it has consistent knockback too. It doesn't have any knockback growth. It has lock knockback, so you can always use it for tech chases, even if they're at like 150.
Yeah, very, very solid option. Down, forward air to the nair, just knocking back to the ledge. And we've seen Burst get a lot of mileage, and that
Okay.
was a very hard read on this.
Yeah,
Like,
that
it
was.
is- just the way
Burst
he
was
positioned.
aware of the habit that I was mentioning earlier. He does
Yeah.
like to illusion when he's in the right spacing for the combo, and he caught him out with the up tilt for it.
And I think we're seeing a little bit of Toad like playing around. Like Toad's getting a lot of mileage on these roll behinds. I don't know if you've noticed,
Yeah.
but Toad has been rolling behind a lot, and Burst finally catching on to this kind of repositioning habits that he has. But
But catching his
Toad
roll as
catching the
well.
roll right back,
Yeah,
you know, that's
Yoshi-
a little bit of a gut check.
Yoshi is one of the worst roll frame datas in the game.
Yeah.
So I
Comes
mean,
at the price of not being able to be shield poked. So,
exactly. Yeah.
a small price to pay.
Yeah, but I think the reason the roll behind's been working out so well for him. Ooh,
Oh, this is
incredible
really,
mix-up.
really good situation for Burst. And then, like one
All
thing
right.
I noticed is Burst is overshooting a lot
Wow.
more, and he's getting a lot more damage from it. And he's kind of calling out these the way that Toad is just staying put in neutral a lot of the time. He's staying
Yeah.
put, waiting for an opportunity, waiting for Burst to like overcommit on a drift in. And now we're gonna have to
Yep.
see Toad.
That's almost a stock though. But however, Toad literally brought back this exact
This
deficit
is what
last
yeah,
game.
that's what I'm talking about. And once again, lots of damage here. Falco's no stranger to coming back, especially from percent like this. Nair drag down gets the grab, up throw, goes for the down air. Maybe ill-advised for sure, because now he's back in the game.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is exactly what he lost the last time. He went for a few overzealous options, got caught out, and now Toad's back to even.
Yeah, and Toad understands. Like the way that Toad is walking is so confident. Like he understands, and that overshoot was so good.
Yeah,
Understands in the driver's seat now.
I love seeing walking in this game because everyone's so used to dashing and doing things out of dash that is barely going to close out the stock. But walking gives you micro spacing, and that's something that people in Ultimate haven't really abused as much as they probably could.
No,
yeah,
but being able to act out of immediately out of a walk, especially as a character like Falco, where you have access to a lot of these fast options like up tilt, is paramount to the gameplay, especially against a character who's so ambiguous with their drift.
Yeah,
So
and you saw
being
just there.
yeah.
He was dashing, he got hit by an egg, but if he was walking, he had time to shield it.
Yeah, and Toad understanding hey, if I go in here and take damage, my chance to come back here is gonna dwindle. And first understanding, hey, I don't need to approach, I can just kind of take my time. So we saw a lot of lasers coming out from Toad, and he understands, hey, if I take my time here and get this chip damage, I can make back this deficit.
Okay. And I like that from Burst at ledge there, coaxing him to roll by throwing hitboxes on the ledge itself, and then immediately dashing back and naring.
Yeah.
Okay, that is,
there,
once again, the illusion's going to be the thing that seals the nail in the coffin.
So this is going to be a Game 5 set, which is really exciting because this set so far, we were talking about earlier, it's not going super fast. The games are taking their time.
We finally have a defensive character and someone with it. Yeah.
Nail-biter game so far. And we're going Torna on small battlefield.
Okay.
I think this means that, low-key, Toad's feeling a little more confident in the sense that, I know the space that you want to take. I understand the space you want to take in the matchup. And if I just shorten the stage a little bit, I'm going to be able to reposition more efficiently.
Absolutely.
Because if there's less stage for Yoshi to drift back onto, there's less stage, the more stage that he's effectively controlling with his up tilt, with his walks, right?
True.
Yeah.
And also, the slightly different platform height is also going to be lended to Toad's advantage because the up tilt can now reach the platforms.
I could have said it better myself. That down smash doing a little bit of extra percent. And once
again the illusion,
B.
I'm telling you, He really needs to clean up when he goes for those because that's the thing that's getting punished the most out of anything.
Yeah, his biggest enemy right now is absolutely the side Bs. It's himself.
And potentially also the experience difference. Burst has played this game at a top level for considerably longer than Toad's even been in the scene. So he's way more used to this Game 5 nail-biter scenario. And he probably will flub less as a result, but gonna hit him with the up B still.
That up B connecting actually saved him the stock.
It did. That fair would have ended his life, yeah.
If he gets a couple neutral wins, that would be super worth it. And then Burst would be kicking himself for that missed space.
Yeah.
It might not even be a spacing thing. It might just been a Yoshi hitbox thing.
Yeah, but he's already taken about 20%. Now it's actually climbing.
This is the payoff. Egg.
Okay, he's going to try call out.
He's got the vertical recovery.
There we go. That one was a lot more free.
Not going to miss that one twice.
Falco would have barely made back to ledge even if he was unbothered there.
I think he would have had the magnet hands,
Yeah, so that was a lot easier of a fair setup for Burst.
Oh,
good air dodge timing,
critical air dodge timing, and the forward air is going to take the stock, though.
Dare to fair, that is going to be the stock.
Back to even. Yeah, this has just been a slobber knocker for sure.
Yeah, wouldn't happen any other way. These two are going pound for pound in the last game of this Game 5 set.
Yeah, this is the best set I've seen actually all day.
Yeah.
It's really, I'm on the edge of my seat right now.
Yeah, I did hear a pop-off in the crowd earlier, so something else big happened. I'm sure we'll find out about it, but for now, this is going crazy.
Yeah. Look how much respect is being given between these players. This is basically
absolutely.
a really long handshake.
Ooh,